Yeah, we're looks maxing her. It's all good. Dr. Clav? Yeah.
I am not a fan of Clav, but I don't believe for 1 second that she believed that he was a doctor. I mean, are women so cooked that you can convince them of everything? Coach Greg, and in today's video, things finally caught up to Clavicular. Finally, he's being sued. And who is doing it? Well, you remember that 16-year-old of which he had injected that substance, that Aquilix, to dissolve the fat? Well, allegedly, he had also mixed into that math. I'm not going to say the word. She's put out a lawsuit, and it's not just me talking, yapping. There is proof. Going to go over one of the videos, there are many, and explain exactly what's going on, what he's done, and it's way worse than you're thinking, including SA.
Actually, I think the best way to describe who Clavicular is.
He's a piece of shit. He promotes recreational substances, you know, vitamin K, doing math, all those things, going into bars with underage people, drinking alcohol, injecting substances, bone smashing, using testosterone at the age of 14, explaining to people how you should use peptides, and promoting this to minors. And so, yeah, bravo. If you have a child that looks up to Clavicular, you failed as a parent. And so, sorry, this is the truth.
And she claims not only were Clavicular's mother and grandmother at the home, but with the mother fully aware, there were excessive amounts of alcohol that were served, and she claims Clavicular was under 21. Again, she claims she was underage, okay?
I mean, that does explain a little bit. Where were the parents? Well, the mom and the grandma were right there, but where was the dad? Underage people, lots of liquor, one's 16, one's 18, 19, drinking age is 21. It's not looking good.
And she claims that when she goes to the house, she goes to his room, he supplies her with vodka, she's inebriated, and he has sex with her, and she wasn't able to consent.
And so she wasn't able to consent. Does that mean she had drank so much that she wasn't able to speak? Was she out of it? I don't know the level of intoxication that was going on. But remember, this is with a minor.
She alleges that when she wakes up, she finds Clavicular again having sex with her without her consent.
And so this is not ideal.
In the car, she claims that Clavicular and his friends snorted this white powdery substance. She claims she refused to participate in this.
And so perhaps they were sniffing creatine. She was not. We're not sure. Not sure if that's relevant, but she is adding this to her complaint.
Peters told Mendoza that he wanted to inject her with this product to melt fat on her cheeks as part of his promise to help her with her online presence through looks maxing.
You got a kid, she's 16 years of age, and she's listened to a claviculum telling her, oh, I'm a doctor, this is good stuff, it's FDA approved, whatever, and I'm going to inject this in your face. Trust me, bro, I know what I'm doing.
During this session, Peters stated or implied that he was acting with medical authority, including by referring to himself as a doctor.
I mean, can a 16-year-old actually consent to this? I mean, is it actually legal? And in case you're wondering, this was caught in 4K. It was streamed. I'm going to play the video almost right now.
Plaintiff did not provide legally valid consent for Peters to inject her. Plaintiff's parent or legal guardian did not consent to Peters injecting plaintiff.
And so he didn't say, is it okay, let's go and see your parents? I mean, you're not even allowed to get a tattoo without your parents' consent when you're a minor. And so what makes Clavicular think he could inject this substance into her face when he doesn't even know what he's doing?
At the time of the injection, Peters knew that Mendoza was a minor. As he commented online, she's still a minor.
He's admitting this in 4K. It's caught on camera. And so let's watch this video for yourselves. Remember, I've already done a video on this saying, what is wrong with you? And for people to follow Clavicular and think that this is okay, he's injecting substances into the face of a 16-year-old. Imagine if you were parents. All right, so let's watch this shit. All right, there. He's injecting her. Somebody's tipping $4 freaking for this. After he pulls the needle out, he rubs his thumb on her face. Mepsogram, you're an eye surgeon. Is that standard procedure care?
He's supposed to, like, take his alcohol swab again. I mean, definitely don't put your finger in there.
I've done a lot of steroid shots in my life, probably more injections than she has. And the last I checked, you don't...
I have done 0.
I don't do this and do your shot and then go poop exactly on the spot. Could you get an infection?
Yeah.
It's not good. It's dangerous. You don't touch it. And then notice where he rubs after. He doesn't even rub on the spot. Oh, let me inject you right here. Puts his thumb on it and then rubs a swab below it. Does he look like he knows what he's doing? Let's look at the comment sections here. Holy dialed. Win Dr. Clav injecting math in a 17-year-old. For real.
Chat, we're looks maxing her. It's all good. Dr. Clav? Yeah.
I am not a fan of Clav, but I don't believe for 1 second that she believed that he was a doctor. I mean, are women so cooked that you can convince them of everything? Hi, go up to the most attractive girl in the bar and say, hey, I'm a billionaire. I'm a doctor, a surgeon, and I am working with Coach Greg. They're not going to believe you. They know better than that. And so there's no way you can convince me that she thinks that he's actually a doctor. I'm not even a freaking doctor.
Mendoza's right cheek has perforated. During the video, Peter stated or suggested that methamphetamine had been added to the injection mixture.
Perforation and adding in math into this Aqualux fat dissolvent, does that sound like something you should do? Like, think of it. And how can Kick allow this? Last I checked, at least on YouTube, we're not allowed to do illegal activities. And so I don't think we should be promoting this. I don't think they should be allowing this. Like, actively showing adults working with children, injecting them? How is this okay?
After the first injection, plaintiff appeared drugged on camera. Plaintiff believes that she may have been injected with methamphetamine or another undisclosed substance.
I mean, I have no words. Y'all think Clavicular is cool. What's a problem is that in 2026, people just want to see the most ridiculous things in the world. They don't care if people are going to die, if people's lives are ruined. They just want to be there to witness it. It's like having a car wreck and you cannot look away.
She does claim that they did see each other other times, claims that he would pay bouncers to let her into bars, get drinks for her.
Paying bouncers to let a 16, 17-year-old into the bar getting alcohol, which I believe you're supposed to be 21. How is this allowed? How is this okay?
Then she alleges that in 2026, Clavicular embarks on this campaign to discredit her, and she ultimately loses sponsorships and sponsorship opportunities.
And then she's claiming that he then basically goes against her, defames her. She loses a $15,000 a month sponsorship. And for what?
Count 3, fraud. So this is about Clavicular allegedly not telling her he wasn't a licensed healthcare provider.
It's a little much. Fraud. You really think a 19-year-old is, I mean, she's friends with this guy. They've had contact. Did she really think he was a physician, a 19-year-old? Even if he was smart enough to do it, he couldn't have gotten the licensing. It takes time. And so there's no way a 16-year-old could be this dumb. And so to say fraud, even though I don't like Clavicular, I don't think they're going to prove that one.
He wasn't a licensed healthcare provider and didn't have the authority to inject her before allegedly doing so.
I like how they say allegedly when it's literally like I'm literally watching him do this. Like, allegedly has injected her with acrylics, and it's like you're watching him inject it, put his thumb on it, and then do the swabby thing after, and there's comments talking about it. Allegedly. Everyone's so scared to get sued.
And you followed that with the allegation that he didn't tell her that she needed to have parental consent. Allegedly didn't tell her that this drug, Aqualax, was not FDA approved.
Imagine not telling her about it being FDA approved. Like, I can't imagine what parties y'all teenagers going out. Like, Clavicular is perhaps 18 or 19 here with a 16-year-old. Oh, do you want to use this substance? Oh, before I take the substance that you're going to inject, is it FDA approved? Like, imagine how many teenagers watching this video right now, and you're a parent, you're watching this, imagine how many of your kids are doing this, and they're not telling you about it. How many of them are taking Retta, or IGF-1, or CJC-1295, GHRP6? How many people do you think are picking peptides that are not FDA approved from some sketchy research chemical site? In comparison, you go to Algorex, only FDA approved. Nothing there is not approved. And it's prescribed from medical doctors from compounding pharmacies. And so, for example, Retta 2 Try, you've heard of this, going to help you to burn some fat. Clavicular has stated in multiple videos that he was taking 12 milligrams per week or more. It's not FDA approved. Yeah, they're experimenting on it, but if you're using it, essentially you're the guinea pig. And so if you want to get actual peptides, actual supplements from doctors that you don't want to have any question about its legitimacy, AlgoRx, code Greg, 10% off.
While speaking of that, Clavicular's attorney, Steve Kramer, adamantly denies the claims, releasing a statement.
Adamantly denies the claims. adamantly, I didn't do that. And so, is this in fact AI? Was this all staged? It was AI. They weren't actually doing it. He was perhaps at home sleeping, and it wasn't me. But we caught you on camera. It wasn't me. I'm sick of hearing about this guy. Yeah. He's a literal math head and needs to go to rehab than jail. He's such a weirdo, needs psych and prison. Dude's clearly not even into women. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. He's probably into both. If your son is looking up to Clavicular as a role model, then you have failed as a father. Absolutely agree. Jail maxing. The video of him injecting her blew up on X. He is cooked. She should sue the mom too for what happened in her home. I mean, yeah. Is it not the mom or perhaps the grandma that were there, the adults that were providing the alcohol in that home? They're both not old enough to buy alcohol.
Really, there's no debate that this thing happened because you've recorded this on video.
As you can see, there's no debate that this actually happened. It's been recorded and streamed live. Perhaps millions of people have seen this.
She's claiming in excess of $50,000. Now, what that is just a standard that they set when they file the suit. She can claim hundreds of thousands of dollars, which I think is what she is going for here.
She's suing for a minimum of $50,000. It could be hundreds of thousands of dollars. He's staying somewhere most likely between $100,000 and $500,000. Let's call it $250,000. This is not something minor.
Even if that was said in jest, the action alone is enough here.
He said it in jest, but apparently you can still get sued for this. You could go to jail for 5 years. I mean, I feel like that's not going to happen, but hey, I'm not a lawyer.
Clavicular's potential max criminal exposure is up to 30 years in prison.
You know he's not going to get 30 years, but to say up to 5 years, perhaps that's possible. We all know there's other things going on in Clavicular's life. He seems to be up to no good.
And that's where these settlements to get rid of these claims come in. I see this in the six-figure range at a minimum, $100K to about $500K, somewhere in that range.
And so he believes most likely a settlement will eventually occur between $100,000 and $500,000. But remember, that's just a guess, an estimate. Who knows what may actually transpire? We all know that none of this would have happened if he would have just only stuck with Turk Builder Max. Guys, you don't need to do math. You need Turk Builder Max. They both start with an M, but this one is a lot healthier, safer. It's not breaking any laws. And so when you're trying to look smacks, instead of smashing in your face, instead of doing math, instead of doing peptides and all these dangerous things, listen to Clavicular. Rather than listen to the Clav, listen to the Greg. When in doubt, what would Greg do? Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please go to Algorex, code Greg, or HLT Supplements, code Greg. Don't forget to watch any of those two bloops to get sponsored or coached or to have my supplements in your stores. Click the link as well. And until next time, je suis parti.